Okay, hello guys, good evening. My name is Jejelo Tai. I'm here to share another wonderful topic, and it's a very dear topic to me, and I feel like sharing it. And the subject we'll be discussing today is discipline. Now, I want to redefine discipline. Now, over the years, I've observed children, maybe from childhood till youth, the growth of most of our childhood children, teenagers, many of us, especially when we grew up to when we reach teenagers and youth, you realize that the children that were disciplined, that they said, they assume, their parent assume that the discipline from childhood, getting to age of teenagers, the age of which is the age of accountability, you realize that many of them lose that sense of discipline. So I begin to think, what actually wrong with discipline? What actually discipline? So this curiosity make me to go and search or investigate the meaning of discipline itself. So I found out that discipline definition uh, is what actually many of our parents do not actually understand. And once the definition of a subject, of an idea is wrong, then the expression or the functionality of that or application of that ideology will be wrong. So this is why I'm here to discuss about discipline. Now, what is discipline? Discipline, from its original definition, simply means an activity that one engages to improve or to train oneself. Now, the most vital word in this statement of definition of discipline is activity and what? And training or improvement. Now, there are activity in life. Now, what is an activity? Activity is anything that is active or in active force, in active operation. Now, we realize that activities, many of the activities that we were trained with while growing up are those activities that shape our soul, it shape our mindset. As a matter of fact, do you realize that whenever a child is born, the moment that child born, the activity of his culture, the activity of his society, the activity of his family, his activity of his religion, the activity of his friends, the activity of his tradition or lineage are the tools of education that begin to shape the mindset or the soul of that child. And that is the reason why every parent need to understand that discipline has to be selective of activities that is consistent or that are coherent to shape your soul, the soul of your children or yourself, into the kind of a predictable personality. Now, one thing about discipline is you need to understand that discipline is a process to achieve an end. Is a tool to train a man's soul. Is even the what? The tool of education, the curriculum of education, the substance of education. Now, that's the reason why they use discipline in educational system as a field of knowledge. So you need to understand that as you move, as you grow in life, as your understanding grows, as you try to investigate the definition of of terms, of ideology, of ideas or subject, you will need to understand that discipline is one of the core or essential activities of a man's life. You realize there is a place in the Bible that says, uh, without a vision, the people perish. And when that vision, what includes discipline, when a man knows who he is or who is to become, then discipline becomes a what? A tool to nurture that person in becoming it. As a matter of fact, you must, at early stage of a man's child, you must know what that child is. Your name is a what? Is a clue to who you will become. But discipline is the process to mine you out, because the real man is inside. So you need to mine that person out by discipline to become who you want to be. But discipline in today's definition, or in our parents' time definition, is only to in beating, or they try to, yes, they have an idea, they have an idea of what they want, but the application is what is wrong. The application of the definition of discipline is what is wrong. They want a child that will be morally upright, but the application of discipline in beating, in punishing, without a proper approach of bringing a child to the structure or constructive discipline as God established it, will lead to something else, or the soul will not be able to process the idea, the tools, the application of those discipline activities to become what it want to be. This is what I just have to share with you, my guys. I believe you will pick one or two things as you pay attention to this subject, or when you are listening to it. Thank you, and God bless.